Good morning. Happy Wednesday morning. Happy Wednesday morning to everybody out there. This is Jeremy from Motivate Me, and I'm bringing to you a good morning, everybody out there on Facebook. Jeremy from Motivate Me, and I wanted to. Good morning, K. Kenny Justice. What's going on? It is your favorite son, Jeremy from Motivate Me. And well, hello, K. Kenny Justice. It is your favorite son, and I wanted to present to you your accountability calendars for your program that we did. You and I started working together in July, and we introduced a resistance training regimen that was going to consist of 16 weeks. And we established over the course of time a frequency of exercise. So we started out doing our introduction workouts, during which time we used video footage to basically demonstrate and comment on the types of exercises that we were going to be doing, why we do them, what the frequency, intensity, the volume, the types, and we developed a pattern of when we would be available throughout the course of the week to exercise. So we established based on our work availability, our personal life outside, like when we were going to find leisure time to be able to exercise, or just free time. All right. And so we determined that we were going to be able to work out approximately 4 days a week. And I believe that was going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we would work out on Fridays as well. So we were working out in between 4 and 5 days per week. And out of the 16 weeks, you fulfilled the 4 to 5 days a week of moderate to vigorous physical activity, which would add up to probably in between 120 to 150 minutes of that type of exercise, or that intensity of exercise or physical activity per week that is recommended by the American College of Sports Medicine. And so we did a really good job of doing that. We focused on strengthening our joints, including our shoulders, which for women especially, as women get older, those joints become less stable. It's the least stable joint in the body, and we worked on that. We also worked on our core strength. Core and balance were Motivate Me foundational principles from a physiological perspective, all right, from a physical perspective. Now, we also like to focus on balance and core strength in terms of our mental and emotional health as well. Okay, it's got to be a holistic way. So we talk about investment, for example. We're not just talking about investing money. We're talking about investing other resources, your time, your knowledge. All of these things have more than just one meaning. But nonetheless, we were working on our joint strength, our joint stability, working on our core strength, our balance, our hip security, right? So as we get older, men and women, I read a really startling fact. As a matter of fact, I didn't read it. We had a new assistant professor that was presenting to our class on Monday, and she said that every day, I believe 8 people in America die of falls. Okay, so we want to strengthen the hip joints. We want to increase our balance and improve our balance. And that was the goal. So out of the 16 weeks, there were 2 weeks that we didn't live up to that frequency that we had developed over the course of, let's say, the first, I believe if I remember correctly, the first 9 or 10 weeks, we had developed a really good routine, and they get thrown off a little bit. We had an ailment. These things happen where you have a neck issue or a shoulder issue or whatever the case. We have to know and have confidence enough in ourselves to be able to take a break. And even though you're developing a new neurological pattern and you start to it becomes a part of your identity, and you feel very accomplished. You feel confident in yourself. And when that's taken from you from like an injury or something like that, which happens, it's going to happen when you're physically active. But it's our training that makes us more resilient to it so that we can heal faster. We improved our range of motion significantly. We talked about that, which is very important. So, and that leads to being able to overcome minor injuries and things like that you develop from picking up boxes at work. You're very active with stocking shelves and things like that. You own your own business, so that requires a lot of manual labor, and we want to ensure that we stay stable with our joints. And we did that, and there were only 2 weeks out of the entire 16-week program that we didn't live up. We could call it living up to, or we just weren't able to maintain the frequency. Let's not use live up to. Let's use maintain. We weren't able to maintain that frequency. And one could say to themselves, well, then I failed. I didn't complete the 16-week course. No. Experienced weightlifters and athletes, they have to take breaks as well. You can't train for 16 weeks straight without taking some sort of break, meaning that we're not doing a regimented workout. Rather we're doing what you would call active recovery. Okay, so on days when you're not using the resistance bands or in the weight room using free weights, dumbbells, whatever the case, we should be walking. We should still be doing some sort, maybe if you're into pull-ups, you're going to do a set of pull-ups. You might still jog, all right, but you're taking a break from the high intensity stuff, and that's required, all right? You have to have that. Your body will need a break. A lot of experts don't like to call it overuse because that kind of sells us short from understanding the mechanisms by which these ailments over time develop, okay? And so, but in any case, those weeks were kind of a blessing in disguise because we needed to take a break, and you were very motivated. We were very motivated to continue doing what we were doing. Now, in the process, we noticed weight loss. All right, so there was a change in weight. We reduced our overall body fat or body weight. All right, in doing so, we were doing resistance training. So we were breaking down muscle and at the same time rebuilding it. And we want to have a healthy diet to actually support what we were doing, okay? And that is something that we're going to have to work on, and I'll explain. We noticed weight loss, and then we reached a plateau where you weren't seeing as much weight loss. We're building a little bit of muscle. Muscle weighs more than fat. We were accessing through prolonged activity, increased heart rate, all right, which means that you're going to burn through a lot of your blood glucose or glycogen stores, and then your body has to access fat. Well, if we did not incorporate a strict diet, and what I mean by strict is getting our recommended daily allowance for vegetables and fruits daily, every day, 5, 6, and 7 days a week. Increased carbohydrate intake, increased sugar. We talked about these things. We were on the lookout for them. But we love our sweets. We love different things, and that's okay. But this is going to lead me to my next point, which is that studies indicate that weight is not, physical activity levels is not a predictor. It's not a lone predictor of obesity or overweight, okay? Or just weight loss, period, okay? You have to have a combination. However, obesity and overweight is a direct predictor of physical activity. So those who are obese or overweight are far less likely, significantly less likely, to exercise or do physical activity of some sort. And so what you're seeing is that with physical activity, you can't just do exercise and expect to have weight loss. You have to have a combination of things. nothing in this world is free. Everything costs energy, and therefore it's not just going to be the physical activity that's going to get you to where you want to be. We did lose weight. We were able to start fitting into clothes again that we weren't able to previous to that. And so this effort accumulates over time, and we have proven that we reduced subcutaneous fat in between our muscles and our bones and our skin. All right, that's a subcutaneous fat that keeps people from being toned and being able to see your muscle definition and all of that stuff. And it's empty weight. So we targeted that excess fat, okay, the subcutaneous fat, which is a great thing. But we saw a plateau where we were losing weight, and then it kind of flattens a bit, and you don't see as much progress, and that can be a mental obstacle. We have to have the ability to understand, which is what I Motivate Me is all about. It's not just, hey, we need to see results immediately. Yes, we all want to, but we need to learn about what we're doing. This is about self-efficacy, the confidence in that one has in themselves to accomplish that which they set out to achieve. And that comes through self-regulatory skills. That means learning. That comes through, and in doing so, that increases your chances of adhering long-term to the program that you're setting forth to accomplish, right? Self-efficacy, self-regulatory skills, all long-term adherence to programs, they all fit in together. And as you read more research and you start diving into all of these things that many of these experts are doing, you're hearing all of those things a lot, right? So that's what we've established. We've proven that the science out there knows what they're talking about in terms of physical activity, the relationships between physical activity, other what you would basically confounding factors. All right. So it's not just one thing that leads to weight loss. All right. Or having a healthy metabolism. Sure. We're building muscle mass. That's where your metabolism occurs. We're increasing our bone density. That's where metabolism occurs. But we have to supplement our exercise with a healthy diet and 8 hours of sleep. And between 7 and 8 hours of sleep would be optimal. How many hours per day on average Americans get? I'm willing to bet it's nowhere near that. I haven't looked at a statistic. I haven't looked at a research article, but I don't believe I need to. Americans are not getting the appropriate amount of sleep because we are consumed by a lot of the external things in our lives, and that's just the state of the matter. Okay, so in any case, 16 weeks, we accomplished that. We've lost weight. We established a foundation by which we can move forward. All right, and this has an influence on the people around you. All right, people see these things, and this is important, and I wanted to make it a point to share just how proud I am that you did this program. And not only that, but just your dedication to it. It's inspiring, and it's much appreciated. This has been an opportunity for me to grow and learn about how I can provide a person information from anywhere. I don't have to be in person. I don't intend on being a personal trainer. That there's a reason why I'm continuing my education with a master's program, maybe a PhD, and I want to make an impact emotionally, mentally, and physically. And it's all spiritual, all right, as well. So we throw that in there, the spirituality and the emotions and the mental aspect, they all tie together, but it's mind, body, spirit, basically, when it comes down to it. That's what a lot of the experts will say, kind of a cliche, but at the same time, it really is. It really is true. So it's given me an opportunity to grow because I failed in many ways, but those failures, I didn't shy away from them. I didn't quit. I didn't put my gear down and say, man, this is too hard. I can't do it. No, you figure out your weaknesses and the ways that you can improve so that the next time moving forward, you have the experience, you gain experience, and we become more effective in our method. And that's what it's been about for me, and will continue to be. So we finished a 16-week program, and from here, it's all about understanding during the different seasons. You live in the Midwest, it's going to get cold. It's already cold. We were working out outside a lot. We're not going to be able to do that. So we adjust. We've purchased some equipment, an elliptical machine, for example. You're going to spend a few $100s on something like that. However, the investment is worth it, because your health is your wealth. That's it. And at this stage that we're at, where we are at in society, you have to have your health. And so with that said, excellent job. Excellent job. It was inspiring and motivating, and that's what I motivate me is all about, is giving the information, getting the information out there. I have access to academia. I have access to a lot of these resources, and I wanted to use that to my advantage, and most importantly, to your advantage. And so with that, congratulations, Mom. I love you very much, and you continue to inspire me as you did all my life with your hard work, your dedication. Yeah, you never fail to you never disappoint. So congratulations and great job. And yeah, in the meantime, I want to wish anybody who's listening to this, besides my mom, but everybody, I wish you a happy Thanksgiving. I wish you peace and love in your heart. I wish you the ability to shut things off outside and think about the things that we want to do to improve ourselves moving forward. We have a great opportunity to start fresh. We have a great, and every day is a new opportunity. Every single day is a new opportunity. It could be a 16-week opportunity. It could be a 12-week opportunity. It can be a 4-week opportunity. You want to spend 4 weeks getting to know the basics? I can probably put together some kind of intense package. Not probably, I can. So with that being said, excellent job and congratulations.